In the next few videos, we'll be working with percent calculations. First, let's look at what a percent is. A percent is simply a comparison of some number of parts out of a total of 100 parts. In fact, the word percent means per 100. Percentages you often see written with this percent symbol notation, but we can often work with them also in decimal form and sometimes in fraction form as well. We'll focus on percent notation and decimal notation and need to be able to convert between the two. Perhaps you're told you've completed 55% of a job. If we want to write this in fraction form first, we simply remember that the percent means out of 100. So 55% is equal to 55 out of 100. I can write this in decimal form as well, remembering that to convert a fraction to a decimal, I do the division. 55 divided by 100 is 0.55. So 55% is equal to 55 out of 100, or written as a decimal is 0.55. Notice that there is no percent sign written once we convert to a decimal. Let's look at another example. You've often calculated percents when you get a grade on a test or a quiz. Let's say you score 12 out of 14 on a test. You could convert this to a decimal. Again, you convert from a fraction to a decimal by doing the division. 12 divided by 14 is 0.85714, and the decimal goes on. To get this into percent form, we want to take this out of 100. And in order to do this, we multiply the decimal by 100%. To one decimal place, this gives us 85.7% as a grade on the test. So 12 out of 14 is equal to a decimal of 0.857. We multiply by 100 to get to a percent, or 85.7%. And notice here, I've included the percent sign once I've converted to percent. Often when we're doing calculations with percents, we convert from percent form to decimal form. In order to convert from percent to decimal notation, we simply divide the percent by 100, or you can do this by moving the decimal 2 places to the left. And it's important when you convert from percent to decimal to get rid of that percent sign. If you're already in decimal form and want to convert to percent notation, we do the opposite. We multiply by 100, or move the decimal 2 places to the right. Once we've converted from decimal to percent notation, it's important to add the percent sign. Let's work through the examples in the table below. So starting at a percent, 73.5%, to move to a decimal, I move the decimal place 2 places to the left, so it'll go this way, and this would be 0.735. Notice that I didn't include the percent sign. 125% is understood that the decimal is at the end of this number, so when I move it 2 places, this is 1.25 as the decimal. Notice because the percent was greater than 100, my decimal value is greater than 1. We can also have very small percent values like 0.5%. When I move the decimal 2 places left, this gives me 0.005 in decimal form. Let's go the other way. We'll start with the decimal and convert to the percent. To do this, we multiply by 100 or move the decimal 2 places to the right. So 0.82 as a decimal is 82, and now I need to add the percent symbol, 82%. This number 3.25 as a decimal to convert to a percent, move the decimal 2 places to the right, becomes 325%. So it is okay when you see values for percent that are quite small, like this 0.5, or that are over 100%. In our last example, 0.075 to convert to a decimal becomes 7.5%. In the next videos, we'll do more calculations with percent and decimal, and it's important that you can quickly do this conversion from percent to decimal form and back again.